Right now we're in the season of the breeding season, so you have the parents that take shifts for taking care of the chicks and the eggs, and every 3 to 5 days the male and the female change it, so they shift. And every night the other partner will come around and feed the chicks or the partner. They can carry up to 250 grams on their crock to feed the chicks and the partner. So these little penguins, we can also call them little blue penguins or fairy penguins. You can see them on the ladder. They are tall up to 30 centimeters and they weigh up to 1 kilogram.
Wow.
You can find them from western coast till eastern coast of Australia, all around Tasmania and in New Zealand. These penguins is the only species of penguins that breed in Australia, and 95% of the penguins live offshore of the mainland, and the 5 remaining percent came in mainland for breeding. After the breeding season, they go back to the sea and feed themselves for a massive feeding season, because after that they go for the molting, which is the moment where they will lose all their feathers and they need to renew them. They have about like 10,000 feathers, so that's a big job. And for this part of the year, they stay on land for 2 to 3 weeks, and it's a lot of danger for them because they have the trigger of the predators. Is it English? Predators around, so it's not the best one, and they can't feed anymore because of the feather. They need to renew it before going back to the sea. So then that's really difficult for them, and then they go back to the sea again, feeding a lot, and then start the breeding season again. So this is one of the parents that you can see here, and the chick, and on the middle box you can see an egg, which is like around 50 grams. It looks like a chicken egg, and the reason why it's alone, it's because it's from the last season and it didn't hatch. So we are not monitoring the penguins here, but on Phillip Island they are, and they noticed that 70% of the hatching is not concluded. It's
30%
don't hatch. Yeah, 30% don't hatch. Yes.
Have feet a little bit apart, because sometimes we do get penguins coming up towards us. Depends on the night, but yeah, just keeping feet nice and still as well. So this group does have a bit more of a difficult journey. As you can see, they have to hop over all those rocks up the back there, make their way up to this ledge and continue up the hill. So that's why we see them come in a little bit later than that first group that at the first Penguin Highway does. And these guys often do have a little wait around just where they are now, kind of like where they did at those rocks at the first Penguin Highway. And this is a really good opportunity for them to do some grooming. So penguin grooming is also known as cleaning. And it's actually very important for a penguin to do. So what we often see is penguins have an oil gland, which is at their tail. So what they will do is they'll reach back with their beak and they'll coat their beak in that oil, and then they'll transfer it
might see them kind of hanging around and rub their feet on their tails. Then we just do that. They're getting us really, really still over here.